Ooh.
Sharpening that accuracy. Get that bullseye, man. That's alright. Saturday night I'm gonna hit a bullseye. Not worry about that. Let's have a chat, let's talk.
George Kambosos, FightHype.com. We're here on location in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Kambosos compound. 5 days out, mate. How are we feeling? How's the camp been? Fill us in. You obviously took your team from Sydney all the way to Los Angeles and then from Los Angeles across here to Las Vegas. Fill us in and how you been?
I've been fantastic, man. Put in extreme amounts of work. I feel fantastic. I feel, refreshed, very motivated, and made the sacrifice. Coming out here early, 6 weeks, sparring the best of the best, and continually, adding more to my artillery, and just very focused, very zoned in. We're here in Vegas, but don't get it wrong. We have not gone near the strip. We have been in the suburbs here. There's a heat wave at the moment, so we've just been putting in the work, and that's where that confidence and the way I'm feeling and looking at the moment, it comes from the hard work that we have put in.
For both the camps for Devin Haney, you decided for you and your team to stay in Australia. Have you felt internally with yourself and your father and other people that are close to you that it did feel different coming back here for the first time since obviously 2021? Lee Selby, you were over here before that fight, and obviously, before Tio. When you flew back in, got back into Brick House, started sparring, probably, let's be honest, the better sparring partners and that, did it sort of take you a flashback to 2.5 years ago when you won all the belts?
Yeah, look, America is where, this is boxing here. As much as I've done so much for Australian boxing, and look, at that present time when I won the belts, I came back to Australia, set up my beautiful gym. I had to be in Australia for that, obviously for the first fight. I had to promote it, I had to put bums on seats, so I couldn't come out here and have all the media obligations back home. It wouldn't work. So, anyway, you learn from these mistakes. Looking back at it, yeah, we should have been here in the US, but it's all learning. I never take no losses or whatever, failure in life. They're just lessons for me. You learn from, you move forward, and we're here now. We're talking about, July 22 this Saturday, July 23 back home, Sunday, fighting Maxi Hughes, and the preparation we have had here. Fantastic preparation from Sydney to LA to Vegas, and now to Oklahoma to handle business. Add another world title to the collection and set myself up for another IBF world title.
You've set yourself up in City Athletics today. Obviously, we saw that you and your team obviously went over and above and presented with something. So I know it's the first time you've used the gym. Talk about that experience and the people in there and how that's been for you.
Oh, look, City Athletic has been amazing, unbelievable facility. That old school kind of boxing feel in there, but great people. Armin, the owner of the gym, is a fantastic person. Opened his arms up to us and welcomed us to the gym, and we just gave a little present today to the gym and to City Athletic, and it's just a little bit of appreciation for what they were able to offer me. But like I said, I've had a fantastic camp. I'm in the shape of my career, better shape than what I was before I fought Lopez, and I just feel good, man. I feel happy, relaxed, and can't wait to handle business because there's no stress on me. There's no, outside distractions. I just can't wait to handle business, and like the coaches have been saying, this is going to be fun. That's how they.
When you talk about Maxi Hughes and this fight, obviously being back in America, the training and whatnot, we ran some videos of him the other day about him sort of saying that you've been talking a lot, and to be honest, I've been on the ground here with the 8 days. This is the first time I've actually spoken and put a camera in front of your face. Yeah. Your thoughts on Hughes sort of, not really accusing you, but talking about that? Does he understand that you actually haven't really started talking yet?
Look, I don't have no reason to talk in this fight. I'm just very focused on dismantling him and taking him out in fashion. I've been actually very quiet for this promotion. I've done what I had to do, promote, but I haven't had to take no cheap shots at him. I haven't had to say too much. Maybe he's thinking of an old ferocious, a guy that destroyed mentally Lopez, or tried to get under Haney's skin, or a guy that mentally destroyed these other guys with the mental aspect of the fight game. But for this fight, no, there's been no out of character or trying to create a little bit extra talk or hype. The hype is in the fight itself. More than anything, he's actually had his 5 minutes of fame. Cameras have been in front of him for the first time in his career after 70 years boxing at his ripe age of 33, 34. He's actually showed from the small, things that I have seen, the kind of person he is. He's the one that's been saying a few things and talking and taking a bit of cheap shots. So that's okay. That's no problem. We've been there before. We've been in this championship caliber fights and big stadium fights and fighting the best of the best in the world, pound for pound fighters in the world, the elite. So like I said many times, it's a big difference when you have been playing checkers in your local area and then you step up to fight or play chess against the elite. That's a whole different level. So when you don't know what chess is and you've been playing checkers, it's you can get quite bedazzled by certain things, and I've been at this level for many years, so we're ready. You can say what he wants, no problem. Keep hyping up the fight and keep trying to promote yourself, and let's see if you can move that social media a little bit more, get some more numbers behind you.
George, when you talk about that, that's women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. He's coming off 7 wins. He's confident, but when it talks about the experience of the stadium fights, the undisputed, not 1, not 2, but 3. I can't think of a fighter actually in the world that's had 3 undisputed world title fights with all the belts. Is that going to play a big factor this week in the fight week stuff and the preparation for him, that when we talk about levels with a Z, that he's not ready for that level?
Look, it doesn't bother me if he's ready for it, not ready for it. From what I've seen, the small snippets, a lot of nervous energy. But for me, I focus on myself. I'm very relaxed, as you know. I'm, enjoying myself in the gym. I can't remember the last time I've been smiling and having so much fun in the office. My weight is extraordinary, bringing in a dietitian for this, fight camp. I'm on weight right now, and whatever he wants to, nervous energy or soak everything in, or puts a toll on, that's his problem. I'm focused on myself and focused on making an emphatic victory and a statement in this fight.
Tell us a bit about Maxi. I know a lot of people know about him in Europe and obviously Asia. He's fought I think he's fought in Dubai as well, and that part of the world. What do you really know about Maxi Hughes, and what are you looking to exploit on July 22nd?
Like I've said it through every interview. Maxi's a good fighter. He's a good English fighter, tough. Let's see how tough he will be on Saturday night. But he's had a hard road. He's when we looked at certain fighters for our comeback fight and for us what we're going to do next, he stood out because he's a family man. He's taken a hard road. He's on this good little win streak. Obviously, the guys he fought haven't been big names. His biggest win is featherweight in Kid Galahad, who had been knocked out of the fight before against 40-year-old Kiko Martinez. But look, I thought he was deserving of the shot, deserving of to make a bit of money from the sport, and I'm excited for it. He's a good fighter. We've given him the utmost respect, and we can't wait to handle business Saturday night.